For research problem statements, according to Marza, 2015, one of the main issues people are dealing with is referred to perceived risk. This basically refers to the risk reliability and protections of transactions. Risk adversely will affect the consumer who will buy less frequently. For the second problem statement is by Yi Jin, 2015. According to it is cost, price, reliability, and other product-related factors are the fundamentals of the online shopping. Perceived usefulness has a huge effect on the decisions to buy in the online shopping. For the last problem statement is by Dennis 2010. According to it, the woman's view of a social e-shopping as requiring limited effort. It will be recommended to buy if the e-shopping sites are viewed as easy to use. Conversely, it also can be negatively affect the attitudes of users and affect their desires to return the goods. Okay, we have three research problems. Firstly, lacks of peer research studies on the topic, especially among young women in the Arab populations. As in our research, we just focusing on the young women's genders. Secondly, lacks of cooperations of the respondent, as we can get a fast response or feedback from the respondents. And lastly, we are out of the limitations of independent variable, which as we just have only three independent variable, which is the perceived usefulness, perceived risk, and ease of use. Okay, for the research objective, for the RO1 is we want to study the extent of young women perceptions on online shopping intentions at Arau resident. For the RO2, which is to identify the relationship between perceived usefulness and young women's perceptions on online shopping intentions at Arau resident. And for the RO3, we want to study the relationship between ease of use and young women perceptions on online shopping intention at Arau residents. And for RO4, we want to determine the relationship between perceived risk and young women perceptions on online shopping intentions at Arau residents.
Okay, we move in conceptual framework on young woman perception on online shopping intention at our resident. We have independent variable and dependent variable. After that, in independent variable, it have three, which are perceived usefulness, perceived risk, and ease of use. Meanwhile, in independent variable is online shopping. This is based on article study Rizwana 2015, Tundo 2019, Marze 2015, and Yon 2015. Then, in research study, we have important part which is research methodology. In research methodology, we have two parts which are research design and correlational with cross-sectional survey. Firstly, unit of analysis, the correlation is young women at Arau resident. Secondly, in research design is sample size. We have population is unknown and the sample is 120. Third, sampling technique, we use purposive and convenient sampling. For the first collection, we make self-administrated survey. Last but not least, for the data analysis, we have using descriptive statistic and person correlation. This is because we using the extent of the young woman perception on online shopping intention. We put descriptive statistic that determine the mean, frequency and standard deviation. For the person correlation, we using relationship between perceived usefulness, perceived risk and ease of use. They are based on research in the table. For the demographic profile, we have 9. There are gender, marital status, education, level, age, job status, race, time spent on online shopping, frequency on online purchase, and have any experience on online shopping. Next, you can see for the first table, which is gender. The frequency for the female is more achieved that consists 75 respondents. Moreover, for table number 2, marital status, this can be shown that the most frequency come from single person that consists of 54 of 72%, followed by married, which is 20 respondent with 26.7%. For the third section in this table is education level. It can be divided into 5 categories. The most frequency comes from higher education level, that having 86.7% that consists involve 65 respondents. Next is age. More to 24 years old show that 24% the most answered the questionnaire. For the next table is job status. There are 4 categories. So the most is who are employed, consists 36 frequency and 48%. The next is races. The Malay is higher frequency that obtain 74 than 98.7%. For the table 7 section is time spent on online shopping. The most frequency come from 60 to 30 minutes that consists of 37.3%. Moreover, frequency on online purchase are higher, is 1 a month chosen by respondent. Last but not least, have any experience on online shop is the number 9, table number 9. It goes to yes, with consists 94.7% and 71 respondent. In research study, it have goodness of measure, which is reliability test. According to Mohsen Tawako and Rick Denick 2011, the value of Consback alpha that is 0.7 and above is labeled to be good. As you can see, in our Consback alpha, value for all the variables, they are reliable. Next is normality testing. normality test will use for this study because to identify or determine whether the data is collected in normally distributed population. As you can see, all the variables are normally distributed. For online shopping, the skewness is negative 1.484 and kurtosis 3.503. This is a variable according to K-Line 2005 goes as far as positive negative 3 for skewness and positive negative 10 for kurtosis is consist normally. Next, we move to the finding. We have research objective. Number 1 is to study the extent of young women perception on online shopping intention at Arau resident. We have a mean is 21.8267 and standard deviation is 3.15103 and minimum is 10 goes to maximum 25. Next, we move to next variable. There are relationship between perceived usefulness, perceived risk, and ease of use that consists R value are 0.571, 0.468, and 0.589. That's below p-value from 0.05, the decision is acceptable. As you can see in the table of 3 variable objective, research objective number 2, 3 and 4. Thank you.
As a conclusion, most of the factors are the young woman perceptions on online shopping intentions. Through these, the online shopping become the easy solutions for the customers. Despite consumers continuing to buy from a physical stores, the users or buyers feel very convenient and happy to online shopping. Online shopping is the one of the commonly used large for convenience shopping. Shopping is generally a recreational and social activities for women, in particular, in which they are more active and casual affections for families in their social network.